EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. They run it with McKinnon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Top-ranked kids love the idea that they might go in the first round. But sometimes you fall into the right situation when you don't. I think that happened for Uchenna Nwosu out of USC. He went to the Chargers, a team that gets after the quarterback with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Now he can do the exact same thing from his outside linebacker position. We just saw him get it done right there.
And the Chargers' temporary home, the StubHub Center in Carson, California, where he was born and raised. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On first down, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now McKinnon. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first down throw here for Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, left.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again here, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry, his first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And an hell of a run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Going underneath for Gordon, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On play action, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's McKinnon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now Benjamin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Rivers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Cliff Averill. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Load it! Load it!
Following the interception here, Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Armstead coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Load it.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. This throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing, Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Nifty move. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Rivers now on 2nd down. Nifty move by Gordon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. First down, Rivers. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's got daylight. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers stepping up. He'll try and run. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now Rivers, and the Niners get there and bring him down. Keenan Robinson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers caught by Gates, left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Load it. Wait.
From the gun, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Hey, 79! 79!
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Cluster right.
Check 48 to the right. Check 48 to the right.
Rivers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Chargers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Complete. It's Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A good pickup there at 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A very solid gain of 27. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rivers again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now.
380! 380!
Third and goal for Rivers. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Garoppolo on first down. A dump down to McKinnon, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. McKinnon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
McKinnon fitting in nicely as the feature back in this 49er offense. He's back there again now on first down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Mostert. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for San Francisco,